At this moment, marami pa ring HR ang stuck sa manual handling of their tasks, especially sa manual recording of employee records, processing of timekeeping, and payroll. Yung mga government report pa na kailangan ma-provide on time sa mga government agencies, which is nakaka-stress at sobrang hassle kung mano-manong ginagawa, di ba? So, we are here for our beloved HRs and their teams to help and give them convenience on their task. For today's video, we're going to talk about common challenges encountered by the HRs and how Hier Payroll will solve it. Hello ka-Hier! I am Kim and I will be your host for this informative vlog. We will start by listing down the common challenges faced by HRs from employee record, timekeeping, payroll, and reports. First, on employee records. Disorganized employee 201. Minsan sa dami ng employee, mahirap ma-identify kung anong employee category nila. Full-time ba? Part-time? Or independent contractor ba sila? Bulk folders on filing cabinet. Isa sa challenges ng mga naka-manual ay ang pagkakaroon ng piles of paperwork or employee records. Dahil sa madaming hard copy, hindi sufficient ang isang filing cabinet para mag-store ng files. May chance din itong ma-damage, mawala, or ma-compromise yung confidentiality. Rumbled information and manual updating of records. Kapag may update sa information ng employees, kakailanganin din i-update lahat ng file na related ka-employee. Since hard copy, kailangan ulit mag-print ng bagong documents. Second, on timekeeping. Manual encoding of daily time records. One-by-one checking from time cards to Excel sheet. Imagine ilang time cards meron per employee sa isang cut-off. Employees with different schedule and attendance policy. Per department, per job title, or per specific group of employees. May iba't ibang timekeeping policy. Some are 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., some are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., and some are flexi schedule. Computation of timesheet. Through Excel formula, makakapag-timekeep na si HR. Computation of total hours, tardiness, undertime, overtime, and other timekeeping records ni employee isa-isa. Kailangan pa siya i-double or triple check for assurance na tama yung pagko-compute ng manual timekeeping. Third, on payroll. Different payroll policies. After the timekeeping, kailangan mo convert yung computed timesheet into amounts. Since different employees, different compensation packages, and different payroll parameters. Late payments. Dahil sa miscalculation ng payroll, paulit-ulit ang checking and computation kapag may mali or na-overlook. Nagiging cause ng delayed and inaccurate payouts. Regulatory changes. Nagkakaroon ng mga bagong government updates or HR policies na nakakaapekto sa pagpaprocess ng payroll. And on top of government updates, may mga company amendments din. So once regulatory is signed, kailangan natin i-update lahat ng mga formulas and parameters na ginagamit natin for all employees. Fourth, on reports. Manual encoding of information. Every cut-off, every month, every year, may mga need na reports sa HR. Sobrang challenging niya gawin if manual. Lalo na if marami kang documents na need tingnan or mga Excel sheets na need balikan para magkaroon ng consolidated reports. Payslips. Manual na pag-create ng payslips per payroll item, per employee, through Excel or through Word, sobrang tedious. Plus yung pag-print ng payslip per employee and pag-distribute sa kanila one by one. Kung na-encounter nyo na itong mga challenges na to, ipapakita ko naman kung paano siya masosolve ng Hier Payroll. Pero before that, ano nga ba si Hier Payroll at paano siya makakatulong sa businesses? Hier Payroll is a fully configurable cloud-based HR and payroll system dito sa Pilipinas. It was developed by an all-Filipino founder, Philippine business. With Hier Payroll, pwede nyo i-configure yung specific timekeeping and payroll policies nyo from different sets of schedules and different timekeeping policies. Halimbawa, kung nagra-round off ba kayo ng tardy, undertime and overtime, magagawa natin siya sa system and different payroll policies. Halimbawa, may mga allowances kayo na prorated yung computation na mababawasan yung allowance sa employee kapag may tardy or absent. At lahat yan ay free of charge. since nasa loob na siya ng system at wala ng customization payment na mangyayari. So balik tayo sa challenges. First, on employee records. Hier Payroll has a very user-friendly 201 file. And of course, digitalize siya with automatic historical information sa bawat update ng record ng employee. So no more filing cabinets na. Meron din tayong higher grid technology where you can group, sort, pivot any specific classification of all your employees. Second is the timekeeping challenges. Since your timekeeping policies was already configured on Hier Payroll setup, every timesheet processing and every after the cutoff, few clicks ahead, it will be done automatically. Si Hier Payroll na ang magko-compute if may tardy, undertime, absent, overtime, night differential, and other timekeeping calculations for all employees with ease. Third is the challenges on payroll. Again, since your payroll policies was already configured on Hier Payroll setup, every payroll processing and every after the timekeeping, with just a few clicks, it will also be processed automatically. Si Hier Payroll na ang magko-compute if magkano ba yung naging tardy, undertime, absent, overtime, night differential, and other basic salary ng bawat employees. And of course, pati ang mga government and company loans that will be deducted automatically. Pati yung mga statutory and withholding tax deduction ng bawat employees. Lastly, challenges on reports. Hier Payroll has various reports where you can generate different government and company needed reports like payroll registers, payroll journal, statutory reports, 2316, and Alpha List 1601C up to 1604C. Pati yung mga bank transmittal na ina-upload nyo sa mga bangko if sa bank yung disbursement nyo. And syempre, payslips ng bawat employees. It will all automatically generated by the system. And that's it! Thank you all for watching. If you would like to discuss further how Hier Payroll can help you on your HR challenges, just send us an email or contact us with the details on the description. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and that notification bell para updated kayo sa mga upcoming videos ni Hier that are related to HR, payroll, and employees. Bye!